What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Solo Leveling Arise video. Alright guys, you guys can see here, this is the Meilin live stream that just happened literally an hour ago. Listen, I got a lot to talk about here, okay? There's some shit here going down. So I want to do a couple of different things. I want to talk about the live stream itself. I want to give some pointers for ToNetMarble and CM Prism and all those folks who are involved, and just on how to improve your live stream a little bit better. And then also just kind of eat my words a little bit because there's an embarrassing moment that happens later on. Plus, I do want to talk about Meilin Fisher and if she's going to be worthwhile and what you want to focus on if you are going to go for her, and why having Alicia now is even more pertinent if you plan to go for Meilin. Now, for those people who don't go for Alicia, Meilin's probably not going to be your cup of tea, but you are going to cripple yourself in the new content that's coming out. That's, I think, going to be a guarantee given. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about everything that's going on in the actual maintenance. So first off, SSR Hunter Meilin Fisher is being dropped with her exclusive weapon. So you guys know with the exclusive weapon, there's always an event that comes where allows you to get the weapon for free. What they've done in the past with Choi and then SM Beck and then back to Cha and now Alicia is they've gone between the dice event to the capsule event, dice event, capsule event. So most likely we're going back to the dice event, which is inferior, in my opinion, to the capsule event because there's no possible way to get the weapon for free through the gacha system. So keep that in mind. We're most likely going to have that. New costumes are being added. So Meilin Fisher costume probably going to be added, which is the magician one we've seen already. They've officially announced that. And perhaps the summer Emma costume, which as well, a lot of people are asking, hey Payne, is the summer costume a new character? No, it's literally just a costume. There's no new character coming. It's just a skin for Emma to add on to make her look, well, you know, summery. Can't really say more than that. All right, so new Shadow Tusk. We've talked about this already. Well, it's coming true. So Tusk is coming out. So we are going to now have a brand new Shadow we can get. What the requirements behind Tusk is, we don't know yet. I'll do more on that once they release more content. Remember, this comes out on Wednesday, by the way. So it's going to be 8.5 hour maintenance on Wednesday, and I'll be doing a full live stream from 6 a.m. going forward, probably for a couple hours, probably seven or 6 hours. Say 7 or 8 hours actually, probably for that. Okay, so Tusk is coming out. Now, if you guys don't know, if you haven't seen the Tusk video, he does increase core damage by 40% in the base minimum, unless they've changed that to something else, but that's what he is currently. So again, pushing Alicia to do even more damage. They really are focusing on Alicia being the main DPS right now from everything I'm seeing. New content update, Workshop or Brilliant Light. Hunter Archive story being added, most likely Meilin Fisher and somebody else. New events being added, that probably is the summer event, as well as the brand new dice event for her weapon. Meilin's weapon. New packs are being added and system improvements and bugs. Okay, so those are a couple things to look forward to. A couple things to note. All these things are ending that are currently going on now. Plus, there is after the maintenance, we're going to be getting ourselves 500 Essence Stones, 2 Gate Keys, and Weapon Enhancement Gear 2s at times 15. So everything to look forward to. Now, what about Meilin Fisher, right? So if we look through this, we had an opportunity to kind of see what she's all about. And we're going to kind of go through that as well, too. And I'm going to talk more about the live stream a little bit. Now, this is Molly Zhang here, who is the voice actor for the actual character. And here's the Hunter preview for Meilin. Okay, so Meilin is considered 3 things. All right. And she's a little bit of a hybrid on all of them. So she's considered a DPS support healer. Like, what was the last one? So they're going to break down what she does. I'm going to go with you guys. Okay, so here you go. Introduction, okay? Her basic skill 1 restores all HP for members. Her ultimate skill grants all team members pumped up, which gives critical hit rate, core attack damage, and decreases their damage taken for a certain period of time. Okay, so keep that in mind. So she does heal members using her basic skill, and then she does have the ability to do crit rate, core attack, and then decrease damage taken. Now remember, there's somebody else in this game that does very similar effects, but in my opinion, still better, and that is Min. So you're going to have to compare what you want more. I think personally, Min is a better unit to have for overall, but for Alicia, that core damage increase is pretty damn powerful, right? Because everything comes from her core damage. So this is where Meilin is literally built for Alicia. Now, if you don't have Alicia, then the question is, why do you go for Meilin, right? So listen, you can see some of her animations. She does use a whip, which is kind of cool, like a water whip. She does summon Barry, who is her cat. Yeah, that's right. It's a water cat. Believe it or not, it's ironic because cats hate water. But you guys can see she does have a little bit of range, and all of her basic 1 skill attacks will do the healing. Sorry, I went back there. There you guys. You can see a core attack by filling up the gauge. Let's see what a core attack looks like. We'll quickly show it here. They're going to build it up. So let's see. Come on. 1. There it goes, right? That giant whip. So here's the basic 1 attack, right? So causes the user to strike downward at the enemy with their whip. When it hits, all allies recover HP. So that's a pretty big deal. The HP recovery is kind of nice. And again, that's very Min-like, right? You guys will see here right now she does it. And 722 HP. I mean, it's not a lot. It's not a lot, right? Sorry, I kept going back and forth here between the calendar for some reason. So there's that right there. There's the heal right there, 722, okay? And then basic skill 2 summons a giant cat paw. All team members' core attacks are enhanced, and that's important. So you want to definitely cast this in order for Alicia to come in next and do, like, that's pretty decent damage as well, too, in order for everybody to take advantage of that. Now, if you do that and then the ultimate skill damage, let's just see if the buff actually applies both ways. It should. See what the pumped up buff looks like. I think it's the paw print right there. So he's going to cast it right now. There, it's gone. Okay, let's see the cast. Here it is. It's a giant water cat, guys. There it is, and that's what it looks like, okay? So it is actually a different buff. So you can have that buff running with the cat paw buff. They probably stack the core damage. They're probably additive, so you're probably going to be able to see more core damage come through. And now if you add Tusk to the list, now Alicia's core damage is bonkers. She's probably going to be the main DPS in this game at this point. It looks like what they're kind of aiming for is to give her that spotlight for a little while. So that's essentially how that works. Now you guys can see here, everyone here has shields. You guys will see some of the skills here popping off. Now keep that buff in mind. I want to see her do the cat paw buff. Or I hope she does it at least. And see that's the stuff around her? That's the damage reduction, by the way. That's like a little damage reduction shield. Okay, there's a buff right there. There's the cat paw buff right there. So that's probably giving her core damage even more power now. There it is again. Right there, you can see 2 stacks right there. Actually, this might be it right there. I'm not sure which one it is. That's something we're going to have to explore. I'm going to have to test her out. When we do the live stream testing, guys, I'll be doing all that anyways to figure out how well she plays with other characters, especially with Alicia. She's literally built for Alicia. Not only that, but she's also built for the brand new content that's coming out, right? So there you guys go. That's Meilin Fisher in a nutshell. So is she worth summoning? Listen, we don't know her advanced 0s to advanced 5s yet. I don't know what her skills are going to be in terms of numbers. We do know what she does now, which is great. I will say this, though. If you don't have Alicia, you didn't go for Alicia, you don't plan to go for Alicia, Min is a better option. I think that's pretty given. Min gives crit rate up, damage increase, crit damage up. He gives power gauge up. Overall, he's just a better character in terms of what he does. The only difference really between the two of them here is the fact that she gives core damage up, which is really based around Alicia's kit and not many others, right? There's like other ones like Lim and SM Beck, of course, but she's really built to be a complementary piece to Alicia. So this should kind of help you guys understand, do you save for Alicia or not? Here's the question. If you don't have Alicia, don't go for Meilin. Should you go for Alicia though now? I think Alicia personally is going to be a massive part of the brand new content coming out because she's water element DPS, and her and Sa and Alicia will be a very, very potent combination of 3 units together, do an insane amount of damage. Personally, that's my thought on it. So that's what I would say. Skip if you don't have Alicia. Go for if you have Alicia. At the very least, A0. Okay. And again, we'll do full on testing on the live stream. Now, let's talk a little bit about the brand new content that came out. He did. Prism here showed us kind of a little bit of the details of the new content, right? So this is the service. Hold on, here it is, right here. Let me just go to it, guys. Sorry, guys, 1 sec. Right there. Okay, this is right here. So this is it. So this is what you need to in order to do this. First off, this was interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go back a couple seconds. A couple things to note here, and this was a unique thing to see. So this is easy mode, okay? Easy mode, you need 250k to 350k. So this is actually very good news. That means free-to-play players can do this. Because on my free-to-play account right now, I'm at 248k. I know I can reach 250, no problem. This required battle tier 19, just so you guys are aware, battle tier 19 for free-to-play players is exactly this right here. Right? 248, I'm at 247. I'll easily get that by then. 2 days, easily. Okay? So keep that in mind. So those are a couple things to note. Now, easy mode, you can see recommended as water. There are the sets right there. It's 3 times a week, guys. All right, so you can do this 3 times a week, and that's pretty much it. Okay, now that might seem a little bit, and it is, but it's meant to be long term, right? And these are Vulcan's skills and buffs and debuffs that he does. So 3 times a week you can get in here. The thing that unfortunately sucked here is he did show the applied blessings that he has for this fight. So you guys can see here, increased break effect, increased attack, increased critical hit damage, increases the user's attack, defense, HP, increases crit damage again, right? These are all blessings that we have provided to us to make this a little easier. So free to play definitely have a chance here. Now, the one thing to note is at easy mode, you only get the drops at the following here, right here. So it's only epics, okay? Only epics. Vulcan is 350k. You also get blessing powder, which is actually kind of cool too. And then the fight itself, he actually lost in his fight, but he wasn't optimized. He was saying that he wasn't optimized for the fight. So we've seen the fight already. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. You guys can rewatch this anytime. It's on the channel. The fight is exactly as I've showed you guys in the leaks. Plus, it's available here now officially to be shown. The main thing to take away from this is if you can't do this and you're struggling with it, there's another way to get these outfits, okay? And that is through the artifact exchange system. And we've talked about this already, right? So he kind of shows it here. This is it right there. It's called May's Salvage Project. And I was actually correct about this. So I'm really happy to know I was correct. So the more you level up your artifacts, and he mentions this in the video, the more points you get. And these points will now be shown right here. You can see all those artifacts are plus 20. So I was just spitballing. I wasn't sure if this is accurate, but it is. So the more you increase your actual gear, according to this live stream, this is what we were told, the salvage results will give you a certain amount of points, and those points can be used to get yourself some gear right here. Right, look at this. It resets 5 days and 22 hours. So every few days, you can get yourself one piece of gear. Now remember, the main thing to note is this can give you random stats on all 4 of these pieces of gear. And it's an 8-piece set, not a 4-piece set. So the other pieces, as you level these up and you get the ones you want, you'll be able to go in and farm from Vulcan and get yourself the other 4 pieces to complete the set. Now, yes, they are epic level 73s. Normal mode will drop, I believe, 78, and then hard mode drops level 80, okay? So that's not out yet. I don't know if that's going to be out right away. And you guys can see here, you can also trade in for Workshop of Brilliant Light Invitation, giving you 4 attempts per week rather than 3 attempts. So that's a pretty big deal. We get more chances. Now remember, a lot of you guys are going to be like, Payne, this is stupid. 3 times a week is not enough. It's endgame content, guys. This is their endgame current content. Like, they're not going to give us everything up front right away. It is what it is, all right? So that's pretty much it right there. That's what I want to talk about. Now, let's talk about the live stream itself. Shout out to CM Prism, his second one, much better this time around than the first one. You sounded less nervous, you sounded better. They brought in Molly Zhang, which is great. Bringing a voice actor is always a good thing. Here's where they kind of failed. 2 main things. Number one, there was an echo of the entire stream. Somebody's mic, somebody's stream was on in the background and they forgot to mute it, and so we heard the echo. Everybody heard the echo around the world. Unfortunately, the entire stream, which pissed a lot of people off. So work on the audio stuff, do some testing, guys, beforehand, obviously, before jumping into a live stream, especially because, I mean, Prism, you don't do this full time, but Molly apparently does this full time, and it's kind of crazy to have a live streamer not notice that right away and just say something. I would have just said something, been like, hey, so they did mention it eventually, but it never got fixed, unfortunately. So problem number 1. Problem number 2, they need to do more showcases on content. We don't care. No offense. Nobody cares about Molly's. No offense, Molly, I don't know you. There's no offense to you whatsoever. But as a streamer or somebody who's watching content or somebody who enjoys content, I don't mind having a segment about the content creator or the voice actor. It's fine. But there should be some gameplay happening as well, too. There should have been way more gameplay. And number 2, they should have showed at least the results of a Vulcan kill so we could have seen the amount of drops to expect, so we can prepare ourselves to know what we're going into as players, right? So I think they kind of dropped the ball there. Prism is getting better at this, so I will say that he did do a little bit of a better job. He was less nervous. The gameplay itself was good. He played fine. The dev account, I think they need to do 2 things a little bit better. Number 1, I do like the fact that it's relatable because it wasn't overpowered. So the CP was very similar to what free-to-play players would have, with just way more dupes. The thing they need to allow you guys to do, though, is to showcase these characters and all their advancements. I think that should be, you guys should 100% be showing that on these streams. I think it's important for us to know what the character offers and for us to get hyped, or at least to be like, you know what, we're going to save our currency for the next character, or we're going to go for Alicia now because we've been saving up to see what Meilin's about. So those are a couple different things. Another thing I wish they showed is Tusk. He's coming out with this. This should have been a big introduction for him as a character. He's one of the premier shadows in Jinu's army at this point in the game, right? So if not the best shadow he has outside of Vigorous, of course. So Tusk should have been a showcase as well too, and they should have kind of showcased his skills and how he helps Meilin, how he helps Alicia, especially with the core damage, and that should have been something we should have 100% been able to see. So that's another thing they need to definitely do. So organizing the stream a little bit better. Now I am a little embarrassed, guys. Okay, so they were doing. I was talking a lot of shit, and all of a sudden they did a recognition for a content creator, and I promise you guys, I had no idea this was going to happen. So they gave me a live shout out, threw me for a loop. I felt so awful about the shit I talked the entire time. It was not bad. I'm giving constructive criticism, but while trying to be entertaining, right? But thank you, Netmarble, for putting me as the content creator you chose to give an official shout out on the stream. That was really cool. I didn't expect it, loved it, obviously, and I feel honored to be in that. And again, guys, I have no idea this was going to happen. This is, if you watch the live stream, you'll see my honest reaction. This was, again, threw me for a loop, the least I can say. So shout out to Netmarble for doing that. So thank you guys very much for honestly doing that for me. And then lastly, guys, the 2 codes. I'm going to put the codes up here on the stream for you. They don't give too much, but just so you guys can see it, there they are. MOLLYMEILIN and SHARPSTREAM are the 2 codes. It's 100k gold each way, so 200k total. Plus, I think it's 10 weapon enhancements and 10 armor enhancement level 2s. All right, there you guys have it. This is Payne. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful night. I'll be doing a massive live stream very, very soon. All right, guys, take care. Bye now.